State versus Garrett Marler. Theft of property, criminal attempt to commit forgery, that's 15199 and 15198. Burglary, theft of property, breaking or entering.
Your Honor, I believe he made application. However, his father contacted me this week and retained me privately. I'll enter my appearance at this time on both cases. I believe we're just here for attorney status today. I think we arraigned him last week.
Okay. In 15199, he was arraigned last week. You'll note that you're the attorney of record now.
Thank you, Judge.
In 15198, may have been an oversight, but I don't see an arraignment, plea of not guilty in that case, and I guess.
Your Honor, I'd move that case track with the other one. We could keep them both in this division.
So be it.
That's already happened, Your Honor. We're just
Okay.
scheduling order and the pre-trial sent September 7th.
All right, thank you.
Okay. 15-91, State versus, that's awesome. State versus Kelly Warren, also known as Kelly Hicks, possession of drug paraphernalia. Pretrial motions. Mr. Bailey, was he? I saw him here earlier. Okay, well, I may have to call her. Okay. Mr. Bailey represents you? Okay, we'll call your case later. 14-241, State versus Michael McQueen, possession of methamphetamine, other controlled substances, marijuana, drug paraphernalia. Good morning. Sir, do you have a lawyer, Mr. McQueen?
Yes, sir, public defender.
Public defender represents you?
Yes.
Okay. Looks like there's been a petition filed to revoke your probationary period. Mr. McQueen says he's represented by the public defender's office.
Your Honor, on this revocation, we'll enter a plea of not true to the allegations.
Okay, I'll enter that plea of not true. We'll set a revocation hearing for August 6th at 10 o'clock. Okay. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Is, that's all we can do this morning, Mr. McQueen. Can't remember anything. State versus Jonathan Eccles, forgery, 15163 and 15157, possession of methamphetamine, forgery, possession of a forgery device. I'm looking at 15163.
I apologize, Your Honor. I didn't realize that you'd already made it over here. We've got a police statement. He's gonna
Okay,
figure out.
I'll call it later. State versus James Fisher, theft of property, 14-72, 14-71, similar charges.
Your Honor, Mr. Fisher is here. He's set for trial on the 22nd.
Okay.
We just ask that we leave that set at this time.
Okay. We'll leave both cases scheduled for trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have today. May I be
Yes.
excused?
15-1, State versus Nicholas Ruse, possession of methamphetamine.
I'm standing in for Miss Reed this morning. She is got stuck in court in Melbourne, unfortunately. And I've spoken with Mr. Roos today, and there's no action to take. You can leave it as scheduled.
Okay, this was for a pretrial. We'll leave it as scheduled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
15-213, State versus Dana Schermerbaugh, possession of methamphetamine. And you're appearing for an arraignment. How does he plead?
Your Honor, he'll waive reading of the information, enter a plea of not guilty.
I'll enter that plea of not guilty. Your next appearance will be on September 3rd at 10 o'clock for a pretrial.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. 15-209, State versus Matthew Novy, residential burglary and domestic battery.
Your Honor, I'll be representing Mr. Novi. We would, at this point, waive reading of the information and their plea of not guilty.
Okay.
There is an issue we would like to take up today with regard to the no contact order that was issued in this case.
All right.
Mr. Novi has joint custody of the minor child with the complainant in this matter. We're not sure how to proceed with that joint custody order from the court in light of this no contact order. We would ask that, sorry, go ahead.
Do they just need to transfer the child?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you do it at the sheriff's department or police department?
Yes, sir. We can do that.
Okay, it would be okay to, Mr. Prosecutor, to lift the no contact order to that extent?
All right, would you give me 5 minutes to read this?
Sure.
That's it, we'll come
Yeah,
back to it. I don't
yeah,
know.
we'll come back to that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. 15-208, State versus Cindy Montgomery, delivery of marijuana, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, paraphernalia, and there's certain facilities that, and 15-205, well, no, it's Stephen Montgomery. Cindy Montgomery, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, ma'am. You're appearing, I think, for an arraignment, is that correct?
Yes, Judge, we'd waive reading of the information and a plea of not guilty.
Okay, I'll enter that plea of not guilty, reappear before Judge Webb, another judge, on July 30th at 9:30 a.m. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
State versus Stephen Montgomery. Similar charges, delivery of marijuana, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, paraphernalia. 15-205, I've also appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir.
Your Honor, we'd waive reading of the information or plea of not guilty.
I'll enter a plea of not guilty in your case, reappear before this court on September 3rd at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Yeah.